Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sorry if you hear like a fan in the background. I'm trying to air dry my hair before I have to go back out in the cold to work as a crossing guard today in the afternoon. So I'm just trying to speed up the drying process with my hair, so I have the fan on high. But anyways, we're gonna do a little whip and chat. I haven't done a whip and chat in forever. I don't normally do them because my rambling turns into me ranting, so I know not everybody wants to hear rants. Some people don't mind it, but yeah, I just get so heated in my little discussions. But anyways, this is what we were working on today, our Pop Girl. I prepped the canvas and put all my new release papers on here. I am switching up. When I do a new canvas, I switch up the putty scent that I'm using. So the scent that I'm going to be using for this entire canvas is Unicorn Farts by Puttiella Mud. You can find her on Etsy. She's a small shop. Wonderful quality putty and wonderful scents. I love it. She gave me an extra piece, so I'm just going to use the smaller piece before I start digging into the big piece. And in case you never saw my haul on this, it just smells very fruity. Like, if people wonder what Unicorn Fart smells like, it's very fruity, and it's rainbow colored. Love it. So I already started digging into it just a tad, but we're gonna take the old putty from the previous canvas out. This is the collection of all my old putty. Every time I dig it out of my pen, I keep a big ball of it because I'm constantly changing putty. What else was I going to say? Oh, so what we're going to talk about today is, I don't know if it's going to be a short or long video. I'm going to try to make it 30 minutes or less. We'll see. But I wanted to talk about a topic that my dear friend Laura, Crafty Chef Diamond, talked about in her video that I watched this morning. It's about customer service with these diamond painting companies out here, all these small shops. Yeah, I really related to what she was talking about with, I think it was like 2 companies that she was having issues with. I myself am going through issues with 2 premium companies as we speak. So I'm gonna tell you about it. I know she didn't really disclose what company, the company names. I think she did for one of them, but for the rest of them she didn't. I have my coffee in my Disney princess cup. I know you can't really see it, but it's covered in Disney princesses. I love it. But I'm going to disclose the companies today. It's not that I'm trying to throw shade. I'm just trying to be honest. And I want you guys to be aware of what companies are being a pain in the ass, so to speak, right now. So I don't want you to have to go through what I'm going through or what Laura went through with all her canvases. I don't know if any of the companies I'm going to list today are any of the ones that she had problems with. But just in case, I am just going to list. I'm going to tell you the company names because there's no shame in my game. I really don't care. If they were doing what they were supposed to be doing, then I wouldn't be having to give such a bad review on them. Great. Nice, right? So, I'm gonna start with the J's. These J's, these pinks, these baby pinks. It's the background. I'm just going to, I have a 3-placer in my pen, so I'm just going to multi-place my heart out. This canvas is right up my alley with the multi-placing. There's a lot of multi-placing on this canvas, so this is number 16. I am using my Tic Tac box containers. That's what I kitted it up. Sorry that I didn't show a kit up on this canvas, you guys. I did it last night, and my back really hurts when I kit up. I don't know why that is. Maybe because I'm not putting my elbows on the table, and I'm like having the balance. I don't know. But every friggin' time I kit up, I get a sore back sitting at my new desk. So anyways, so I am currently in the process of obtaining refunds from 2 companies. Can you see? The first company that I'll start with is Rose Profit. I heard about Rose Profit. Maybe some of you don't know the Rose Profit diamond painting company, and maybe some of you do. I wasn't aware of that company until I watched another creator do an unboxing, and I saw the canvas that she was unboxing. It was a version, a portrait of Snow. It was supposed to be Snow White. It was gorgeous. And the canvas that she was showing was gorgeous, and the rendering looked gorgeous. I said I had to have it. So I went on there, the website, after that, to do some digging around. And it is an Australian company, first of all. They're based out of Australia. And when you first go on to the website, on the home page, it tells you almost like a warning. I should have known better when I saw this, but I didn't think much of it because it was a premium company, and I have a lot of high expectations for premium companies, and I think people should have high expectations of premium companies. For crying out loud, they're charging you an arm and a leg for a diamond painting, and sometimes, in some cases, some have free shipping and some don't. And some of the shipping I have been seeing for some of these companies is outrageous. I think it starts around $15 and up for shipping from premium companies. Maybe even, let's start a little lower, maybe $10 and up. You're already paying a lot of money for the canvas. The least they can do is throw in free shipping. That's just my opinion, and my opinion alone. Everybody's going to have their own opinion on that. I don't want to argue with anybody, but I mean, I just think, in all fairness, if you're going to pay $60, $70, in some cases $80 to $100 for a canvas from these companies, the least they can do is throw in some free shipping. So anyways, so the warning shot that I got when I got onto the website on the homepage was, we are Australia based, and shipping and processing takes 8 to 12 weeks. I said, okay, so a lot longer than most companies, but I really wanted that canvas. The price wasn't too bad, because when Australian money converted over to US dollars, it was actually a lot less than what they were selling it for. So I wasn't mad about the price. And I had found a coupon code. I'm getting putty all over the place, you guys. Not like I care too much. And I also had a coupon code for, I think, like 10% off that I got from another creator. So I bought the canvas that I wanted. I bought one that was supposed to be a gift that I was gonna do for one of my co-workers. It was an I Love Lucy, the woman that plays I Love Lucy. Lucille Ball. They had a portrait of her. It was absolutely colorful and stunning. It was a really beautiful portrait. And I thought, oh, geez, you know, my coworker is obsessed with I Love Lucy. She would love this. So I bought that canvas. And for a dear friend of mine here on YouTube, Diamond Painting Bee Witch Cat, she's very aware of it. I had purchased a canvas that I sent to her house from the website. So 3 canvases from them. Okay, so I spent way over $100. So I spent some pretty pennies, which I didn't mind. You know, they were gifts and something nice for myself. It was going to be my first, well, not my first premium company, but my first like mom and pop shop type of deal. And so they told you that they will email you as soon as it ships. So a week goes by, 2 weeks goes by, 3, 4, we're now in 8 weeks. Okay, and you know, they said 8 to 12 weeks. So I contact the company. I go on the Rose Profit website and I contact the company, and now they inform me, oh, sorry, we've been having problems with the warehouse, but you are still in the allotted time, you know, that we had told you about when you shopped on the website. But sorry to inform you, now it's not 8 to 12 weeks, it's 10 to 14 weeks. What? Okay, so, you know, I let another week go by and I thought about it and I talked it over with a friend, and it just wasn't worth it at this point. I had a strong feeling that I wasn't going to receive those canvases in time in order to, well, the one that was going to be gifted for Christmas, I had a feeling it wasn't going to be here before Christmas, and I wasn't going to have enough time to put it together and put all the drills on and seal it and whatnot in order to gift it for Christmas. So I emailed them again asking for a refund. Oh, sorry, the canvases our canvases are next in line to be printed. We're behind another company that's getting printed first, but if you want the refund, we'll tell the warehouse to refund you, because the warehouse has to refund you, not us. And it could take 7 to 10 business days. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, another 7 to 10 business days. It's just so irritating. This is like not the type of crap I expect to go through when it comes to a premium company. And I was really excited about all of those canvases too. I was really excited about them, and it's such a shame, but honestly, I just won't be ordering from them ever again. As much as I love their artwork on their page, sorry guys, I had to pause the video real quick. My ferret was getting into my yarn. So yeah, needless to say, I won't be ordering from Rose Profit ever again, and I am going to remain on top of this situation. It's just really shitty customer service, and if you ask me if I can add anything to it, it's bad business. It's really bad business. You know, and I'm on their Facebook group, and people just are glorifying this company, and I just don't, and I don't see it. I really don't see it. Like, what is so good about the, like, does nobody else have problems with this company like I'm experiencing? Like, maybe some people don't mind waiting 14 weeks to get a canvas, but I do. Not when there are other options out there from other companies, premium or budget friendly, that ship in 2 weeks, 8 days, 3 weeks the most, you know. My Common Canvas Designs, you know, I got a little worried about the shipping because I haven't heard from them, but it only took like 3 weeks for it to get to my house, maybe 4 weeks. And they had great customer service. When I asked where my canvas was, when I was starting to worry where it was, the owner got back to me in a timely fashion. She was very polite. And on top of it, she managed to track it down, give me the tracking and the link to the tracking. And on top of it, she gave me a coupon for $25 off a next canvas if I would just trust them and order from them one more time. And $25, I'm sorry, but I know there's 20% off coupons, 10% off coupons, but those ain't, they're not shit. They take a couple bucks off your canvas. But $25 off, that's a significant chunk off your bill. Oh, my ferret. Sorry, you guys. My ferret's getting into more yarn. She's up, and it's the same white one. She's just a buster. She's just all in my stuff today. It's because I kept her in the cage a little extra long when I showered today, so she's a little amped up. But anyways, so, you know, Common Canvas Designs really impressed me about the way they handled the situation, and the way they dealt with an upset customer. I think they handled it beautifully. I think other companies like Rose Profit should really take a lesson from Common Canvas Designs. And Common Canvas Designs is a newer company. It's still a baby. It's still new. So they're still trying to get their shit together. But I have to say, they're doing great. I did order another canvas from them, and I did use my $25 coupon off. I got a canvas for a really great price. Another big one, like a 45 by 60. And it's good. I know it's going to look beautiful. It's going to turn out beautiful. I wasn't happy with the drills, but I can look past trashy drills, because everything else came out great with the canvas. And yeah, and this time the owner made sure she sent me a link for the tracking so I can track my own package. So thank you, Joy. I know she's probably never going to watch these videos, but her name is Joy, the owner of Common Canvas Designs. I believe her name is Joy. She's been such a wonderful woman so far, and she's been super helpful, and she's just on top of her shit. She's doing what she's supposed to be doing as an owner. So, you know, my 2 thumbs up to her. The other company I want to talk about is Diamond Painting Fanatics. Now, some of you may know about Diamond Painting Fanatics, some of you don't, but I'm here to tell you about them. I discovered them because the owner of Diamond Painting Fanatics is a creator here on YouTube. She seems like a nice woman. She's from the UK, I believe. And I heard about her company. I was watching one of her lives, and then I heard that she had a company, so I went and checked it out, found a canvas, and saw that she did customs. So I ordered a canvas from her, and I also ordered a custom. I figured, you know, I've always ordered customs through cheaper places like AliExpress, but let me try a premium company custom. So I was I was more excited about getting that custom than I was about the canvas, about the actual other canvas. It was like a Jasmine Beckett canvas, I believe. I had a ferret in it, another ferret. Let me tell you, I, in the beginning, wasn't too worried about my canvases because it was only maybe 3 weeks, and it ended up, and then I checked on it on the website, and it had shipped. It said it had shipped. So I said, okay, I'll give it another week or two. So another week or two goes by. My canvas still isn't at my door. Why? So I contact the owner. Her name is Cindy. And, you know, she's very polite. She's a kind woman. And she tracks it down. And apparently, she already knew that it was stuck in Louisiana. And it was sitting there for almost 2 weeks. It was there for. She didn't know what was going on. Well, in my opinion, I don't mean to sound mean about it, but don't you think as an owner you should find out what's going on? Instead, she told me to take the tracking number and for me to go to USPS, my postal service near my house, and for me to find out where my package is. What? No, 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 no. You shipped it. It's your company. I shouldn't have to be doing all this tracking down. Come to find out, not too much longer later, I go to USPS, you know, because I'm getting frustrated about where my canvases are. And USPS types the tracking number in, and my canvases have been delivered to somebody else's P.O. box in a whole other state, I think in Wyoming. And I said, well, how does this happen if I gave them my address? She says, well, the people at the company you ordered it from put in the wrong address. They sent it to the wrong address. It's the company's fault. So great. So now I paid out of my hard-earned money for some canvases, and now somebody else is probably enjoying them. So I emailed her, and I emailed her with the receipt saying that where it got delivered to, and I told her I want full refunds for. I wasn't even playing games at that point because I was so irritated. Now it's way past. It's like too late. It's already been delivered to some, you don't know the person it's been delivered to. So I asked for full refunds. I'd rather just get my money back and go to a company that I'm not going to experience these issues with. So I kindly asked her, I said, listen, I said, here's the receipt from USPS. The package got delivered to somebody else's address in a whole other state. Can you just kindly refund me for the canvases since I've already paid for them? I would just like refunds at this point. I don't want to deal with this anymore. That was days ago. Last week I sent that email. And usually when I email her, she gets back to me within a couple days. It's been almost 5 days, I think. Maybe 5-6 days. And she's not gotten back to me. Now she's not getting back to me. So I emailed her again today. And let's see if she responds to this email. Because I'm getting quite flustered. If she thinks she's keeping my money and I didn't get the products that I ordered, you're wrong. You're really, really wrong for that. I will update you guys on if I ever get a refund or if she ever gets back to me and what happens with all of that. I will let you guys, I'll keep you guys updated. Like I kept you updated what happened with AliExpress, that whole mess. Look how sloppy I'm putting these drills on. I don't really care. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, but in my opinion, will I ever shop with them again? No, they're not getting a dime from me again. I don't care how nice their artwork is. It's not worth it. You know what I don't understand? There are people that shop with her company and buy lots and lots of canvases from her, and they get their canvases. But the one and only time that I purchase a canvas from, or 2 canvases from this person, I don't even get them. And now I feel like I'm being ignored. It's really wrong. I really don't like the direction this is going in. I mean, at least Rose Profit, you know, told me I'm going to get a refund. But I feel like I'm being ignored at this point from this owner. And I really don't appreciate it. You can take my money, but you can't provide good customer service and fix the situation. Send out new, if you don't want to give me the money, resend out my canvases. You know, do what's right. Don't give me no coupon to buy more, because I'm not spending any more money in your shop. Send me my canvases or give me my money back. Because I still want my canvases, even though I went ahead on AliExpress and that order that I ordered, a custom order from her, that picture I used, I took that picture and I went over to my AliExpress custom people and I ordered a custom through them, since I have had no problems with my AliExpress customs, and I usually get them within 2 to 3 weeks. You know, I haven't, other than the one problem I had with them, I haven't had any other problems with AliExpress delivery. So, just saying. So, buyer beware. Beware, my friends. If you hear about that site and you happen to wander and you are wondering about that site, you know, I don't want to have to say bad things about a company. I want these little small shops to do really good, but if this is how they're going to handle situation that they screwed up, it just rubs me the wrong way. No, I'm not spending another dime with their company, and I am not. And I really don't want my subscribers to go through that and order through their company and possibly go through the same thing. I'm sorry, like I can't, I don't want to see that happen to you guys. So this is like a warning shot. There are plenty other small business premium companies out there that you can order from, that I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't have to go through all this. Just saying. Why is my ferrets causing hell in my house today? They must be mad at me because I left them in till like 10. They usually come out at like 7:30, but hold on. Okay, you guys. So I managed to, this one went quick. I 3-placed all the pink. I don't think there's any more J's. Not that I can see. Cool. I have a feeling this canvas is going to go by really, really quick. So, aside from the bad news about companies, but I just thought it was a really good topic to address, since Crafty Chef Diamond addressed it, and she, you know, no shame in her game. She said it like it was, and I really appreciate her honesty that she said what was really going on, because I just wish I knew all the companies, because I honestly don't want to purchase from those companies either. If that's what's going on with them, I don't want to go, because, you know, every day, every week that goes by, I keep finding more and more small business premium companies. And I don't, and it's hard, because now that I've gone through this twice and I'm still dealing with it, I haven't gotten any refunds back yet. I have to say I'm a little hesitant to order from a lot of these cute places that I'm running into. They have such cute artwork and I really want to purchase from them, but I'm afraid that I'm going to go through the same crap I'm going through now. And I really don't want to go through that. So, we're going to do 3, which is the 310, all this black. That's her hair. And that's number 2. I have to say, I'm going to let you guys know while I have you here. This Pop Girl is from the mint haired green Pop Girl, the same collection, the same seller. And wouldn't you know, as I'm kitting these up, the black again, like I told you with the black, the 310 in the other kit was very dusty, had black dust in it. I noticed that this 310 is also a little dusty. I don't know why their 310 is like this. No other drills so far from what I see is trashy, but the black is a little on the trashier side. I just have to say that. Not like you should not. Ooh, see, I always do that. Not like I would say don't buy from them, because the painting came out absolutely stunning. Was worth it. They were really, really pretty. So I wouldn't not buy it, but just to make you aware, I like to be honest on this channel. Yeah, we're gonna multi-place these 3s. Some of them are 2s. But yeah, so anyways, how are you guys doing, my friends? I hope everybody is well. I hope I'm finding you well. I hope life is treating you well. Better than what I've been going through lately, but things have been looking up. We are, as I showed you in that one video, my grandmother is pretty much gutting out my old room and redoing the walls, putting up new walls. And she's also, we went to Home Depot and we are in the process of picking out new carpet. So it's going to be a brand new room and a brand new start, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to move. I can't wait to get out of this toxic apartment. It's not toxic because of who I'm living with. It's toxic because of who I'm living above. The other tenant downstairs, I've told you guys, he's a toxic Tammy. He's just so, he's an ass. He's a complete ass. He's done nothing but try to make our lives a living hell since day one. And he's been quite successful at it. We try to do our best to just ignore it because we didn't really have the money to go anywhere else. But thank God I have my little meatball, my grandma, that she took us in, and I really appreciate her love and kindness that she's just letting us live there again. So I am super excited to move back in with her. Of course, everybody says, oh, make sure you help your grandma out. Of course I'm going to help my grandma out. I help her out even living in the apartment I'm living in, which is only across the street. We live across the street from her right now. And down the street from me, one house down from me, is my father and my sister that live in the same household. So I'm surrounded by my family. I love it. I would never want to move away from this street. So I'm glad I get to stay in the same area. Plus, you know, I was worried about having to move somewhere else in a different town, because I think with my new job as a crossing guard, if I move to a different township, I can't work in Woodbridge Township anymore. I'd have to get a crossing guard position in the township that I am living in, and I don't want to do that. You know, I just got used to this post. And I got used to the kids and the families on my new post. And, you know, everybody is super kind to me. And I really don't want to have to start somewhere new. You know, So just saying. So I'm glad I get to stay. So anyways, so other than that, I've been slowly packing up the house, little at a time. My goal is to, when it comes to the final move, the only thing I want to be moving out of this house is big furniture, which is all on Julio and his friends from work, because Julio works for a moving company. You know, how lucky am I? We're moving, and my hubby works for a moving company. That's what he does for a living. He moves people. So I have a mover that can move all my stuff. So I'm going to be moving all the small stuff, all my diamond painting stuff, my crafts, my nail stuff, all my makeup boxes, my plants, all tiny stuff, all my knickknacks and tchotchke items, all my hair products, all that crap. I'll be packing it up in smaller boxes and moving it. Oh my God. My kids are too much. But yes, I'll be moving that all on my own, a little at a time. So the only thing that will be left for Julio to move is like our dressers and our, like, you know, just large shelving. So that's it. That's the plan. So I went under my kitchen sink to clean the other day, and I'm not going to tell you all the gory details, but I very rarely, I have cleaning products and some pots and pans that I don't use under my kitchen sink. It has pretty much become like a second home for my ferrets under the kitchen sink, the females. They are the ones that can crawl under the stove and make it into the kitchen sink. And so they've made a little bed out of bags, and they have been making their little messes back there, and I wasn't aware. Usually I'm very aware where they're making their little, when they're going to the bathroom. But yeah, it was pretty gross. Let's just say I bleached the hell out of that cabinet, out of those cabinets on the bottom. And I emptied them out completely. I removed all the bags that they use to make bedding. So now, hopefully, it deters them from wanting to go in there so much. You know, if they don't have a bed to sleep in and there's nothing comfortable for them, so maybe they won't want to be in there as much. So they still try to bring their toys in there. Maybe I have a feeling that they know we're moving and they're trying to hide all their toys from me. But I'll let them hide the toys in there from now, because they're hiding it out in the open. But yeah, but it doesn't seem like they're sleeping in there anymore. I did line it with pee-pee pads in there and threw out all the pots and pans. I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna use stuff that was around all that mess. But yeah, I salvaged what I could salvage and I chucked the rest. So it's just, I feel very happy about that decision, and now it's nice and clean under there, and the only thing under there is pee-pee pads and cleaning products. So I can see what's going on in there now. It's not filled with clutter, and I can monitor it better. Let's just say that. But anyways, I think the next thing I'm going to tackle is my wall of makeup drawers. And I say wall because it's on a dresser all up against the wall. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I have about 30 acrylic organizers all stacked up against the wall on a dresser, and it's just nothing. It's all makeup, primers, foundations, concealers, blushes, face masks, you know, for spa day, face powders, mascaras, glitters, loose pigments, eyeshadow pigments, glitter pigments. Some of it's even nail charms. A couple of these acrylic organizers are my diamond painting organizers, which are filled with washi tape, pens, drill boats, my reading glasses. Oh my god, putties. It's a mess. I've never shown you the wall, but maybe I'll show you the wall when I move it to my grandmother's house and I get to reorganize it a little bit better and make it a little bit nicer. But yeah, it's just a massive wall of like small acrylic organizer drawers, and that is just filled with makeup. Yes, before my diamond painting obsession, I was obsessed with makeup, getting the newest makeup out on the market. It's really terrible because I used to watch nothing but beauty YouTube videos, all makeup YouTube videos, so, and makeup hauls, so, and PR hauls. So yeah, I was always buying makeup. Julio was always gifting me makeup for my birthdays and Christmas. My perfume shelf is outrageous. I have 2 shelves just filled from front to back of perfume. I have shelves upon shelves filled of curly hair products, you guys. You can see where this is going, right? Everything I like, I am obsessed with. I have drawers upon drawers of makeup, of hair products. Maybe some of them are even expired at this point. Who knows? It's not like I label them when I buy them so I can keep knowing what the date is on them. I probably should like downsize and get rid of them, but you know, when you pay money, like, curly hair products are not cheap. I don't know if you have curly hair. If any of you have curly hair and you know you're into doing your hair like I am, you know it is not cheap. Curly hair products are not cheap. Even the small businesses that I buy curly hair products from, they are not cheap. They're even more expensive. It's outrageous. To think of how much money I could have saved if I didn't buy all this crap. It's insane. Which is why I'm trying to save now. And I'm trying to use up what I have in my stash as far as makeup and hair products is concerned, and perfume. Even though there are things that I really want out there, I'm not trying to buy so much stuff. At least not while I'm not moved over yet. I don't want, you know, to keep buying more and more stuff and have more and more to pack up. It's bad enough I'm still buying diamond paintings. And I bought, like, you know, I've said it in so many other videos, you guys. I was not going to buy any more drawer organizers to keep drills in. I'm just going to keep it to the 2 sets of drawers that I have, which were 6 drawers. I was just going to keep it to the 6. But they got so packed that when I needed to look for something that I wanted to diamond paint, it was such a mission to look for everything. So I bought 2 more drawers. So one I didn't have to purchase. I already had in my stash, so it was a really big drawer. So I moved all my female portraits to that drawer since it was bigger and wider. And there's more room. And the other one is a smaller drawer that I'm just going to keep little tidbits in. I don't know. When I move over to my grandmother's, it's either before I move or after I move. I am going to go through all those drills and go through my portfolios, and I'm going to see what I have. I'm going to label with my label maker that I bought from Temu, and I am going to organize stuff. I don't know, either alphabetical order or, you know, by, you know, item number. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far in thinking yet. But yeah, I gotta figure out a better. Normally I didn't care. At first I didn't care about having much of a system for my drills because I didn't have that many paintings. Now that I have more and I'm still acquiring more and more, I'm gonna have to cave in and think of a little bit of a system to do. Ooh, I got putty in here, and this is very noticeable. Oh, I got it. I got most of it. Yay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a system that's gonna work for me, for new diamond paintings and for the old ones that are already in my stash. Because having to look for something when I want to diamond paint something new is such a hassle. It makes me not want to look for anything new. So then I keep to the stuff that comes in right off the, right in the mail. And I diamond paint the stuff that's straight from the mailbox. So, but I'm not doing anything for my stash. And I want to work on stuff from my stash. So, October's almost over. I have a little more than half left on my pumpkin spice painting to do. But it just kind of turned me off. I love that rendering. It's really, really cute. But it really turned me off that I thought I was going to be multi-placing the background in all 310. But that wasn't the case. It's 939 mixed in with 310. And I really don't... I hate confetti, you guys. I hate it. Some people love it. I dislike it greatly. It's like a nuisance. I hate... a little bit of confetti is not an issue. But, like, most of the canvas being covered in confetti, oh, no. I mean, if like, the main subject matter was confetti, and they made the background all color blocking, then I wouldn't really complain too much. Because then I get 50-50. I get a little bit of everything. But, that's not the case with that canvas. So, I haven't kitted up still. I don't know what I'm going to do. I should really just try to finish it so I can kit down and just get rid of the friggin' drills already. And yeah, I have decided that when I move into my grandmother's, I am going to start saving drills. I'm gonna still be throwing out drills. Do not get that wrong. I'm still gonna be throwing a great amount of drills out, but I am definitely going to save at least one of each color, a bag of each color, and I'll get a nice little box for it, just because I have ran into, for instances, that I ran out of drills. They didn't give me the drills, or I didn't have anything, and I didn't have what I needed in my stash. So but that's when I have more room at the house. I'm trying to move this fan so it gets the other half of my hair. So what do you guys, does anybody have anything planned for the holidays? My mother invited me over to her house in Delaware for Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to do that or just stay home. I usually go to my aunt's house in New Jersey. But I don't know what I want to do just yet. Because I don't know. Christmas is usually like a routine. We do the same thing every year, and I don't like travel out of town, and I don't know if I really want to be traveling out of town. So it's nice that the offer is up there, but, and also you got to remember, you guys, I have ferrets. I really don't like leaving them alone overnight. I just don't like doing that. So Sorry, the fan is really close to my phone, which I'm using to record with. So sorry if you hear the fan. I'll turn it down a little bit. I'm just trying to dry the other side of my hair. It was pointing on one side of my head, so it's drying one side, but it's not drying the other. So I don't know if you can see all this. That's what I'm talking about. All this black, that's from the black drills. Yeah, that's from the black drills, you guys. I don't know. It's the second time that I got 310 in that were dusty like that. Okay, so next color I'm gonna do, and probably after this color, I'll shut it down. Let's take a sip of coffee. So I'm gonna do Q, which is like a blue slate color, and it goes around the black, like it outlines the black. So I had the whole weekend off, which was really nice for a change. It was so nice for a change. We got a lot done at my grandmother's house. Cleaned out all the closets, because all insides of the closets are going to be repainted also. Everything's getting done. So it was nice to have the weekend off. I should be having next Saturday off. But Sunday is going to be inventory. So I think my boss kind of screwed me in on this one, because he told me I was going to have 2 weekends off in a row, and I don't know if he really realizes, but this weekend coming up is inventory. So I usually don't have off on inventory Sunday. I usually work. So I don't know how that's going to work out. And also, I think our new guy is going to be working with us. So I don't know what's going on anymore. I have no clue. I could be multi-placing this, but because it's not a lot in each area, I can single place it a lot faster. So anyways, yes, we got another guy in the bakery. Like, we need any more new people. They can't provide enough hours for the people that already work in the bakery. And now they're adding more people because they want people to work at night, and the people that already work in the bakery don't work past 2:30, 3 o'clock. So yeah, I guess that's a problem for them. I don't know why they want someone so bad to work at night, because the people that they're hiring to work at night, they do not know how to write on cakes, and I know they wanted someone who can write on cakes. None of these people they're hiring can write on cakes, so what is the point of hiring them? Just saying. It's kind of a waste. So I'm curious to see how this section is going to turn out. Because it's like she's got black hair with like blue highlight in it and outline. So I'm going to have some crochet whips to show you guys. I've been going hard working on some crochet projects. I've been getting into a little bit of a routine. I diamond paint during the daytime until and after work until maybe 8 o'clock at night, and then I go in my bed for the night and watch my shows and crochet. So I'm getting a little bit of I'm splitting my time up nice for each project, so I'm not forgetting anything, because for a while I was just crocheting and I wasn't diamond painting, and I was getting really behind on my diamond painting. And then I started diamond painting again, and then I wasn't crocheting, and then my projects were just sitting there, and some of them are gifts, so things weren't getting done. So I had to think of a better solution so I can get my diamond painting work done and also finish my crochet project. So I have so many tote bags sitting around right now of crochet projects and yarn upon yarn. And I just went to Joann's and spent another $60 on yarn for a new project. I learned how to do these 3D petal granny square blanket. It's really, really pretty, you guys. You have to know how to do a basic granny square in order to do this blanket, which I know how to do a granny square. I know how to do a solid granny square and a regular basic one. That's all I actually have ever known how to do is granny squares. It was like the first thing I learned how to do, and it's the only thing I've ever learned how to do. But yeah, so I was a little worried I wasn't gonna pick up on it because I watched the video so many times and it looks so complicated. Well, you know, good thing about YouTube is you can pause and rewind, and you know, so I was able to stop the video and slow it down, and it worked. I'm actually, now I don't even need the video to do the blanket. I'm doing it on my own, so it's really, really cool. The first part was really tricky because you had to make a magic circle to start it, and I normally don't make magic circles, and they're rather a pain in the ass, if you ask me. I don't like magic circles. I wish there was like a better way of starting that blanket off other than a magic circle. So we're gonna see how much of this I can get done today. I only have one job to work today. I don't have two. So hopefully after I come home from crossing guard in the afternoon. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? Sorry. Yeah, hopefully when I come home in the afternoon. My goal is to get at least 3 of these squares done today. If not 3, 2, at least 2. Because this is going by very, very quick. It's not a lot of confetti, and it's little areas of color blocking, and I love it. So I have to figure out what I'm gonna be doing. Right? Ferret keeps coming up. Say hi. Hi. She's a little buster. She keeps climbing in my lap. She wants to climb. She had a taste of freedom once, and she got over by all my diamond painting supplies, and now she wants to always go up there, and I can't because I have containers of drills, loose release papers, pens, putty. I didn't want her to get into the putty either. I don't want her to choke on that. So anyway, so this is what we got done today during the Whip and Chat. I think I got enough done. I mean, I'm gonna end this video and I'm gonna finish the rest and start on the next square. So this is going by really, really quick. I mean, this has been a 58-minute video, so almost an hour, and this is what I got done, so not too bad. But I'm not gonna keep you guys any longer. My main thing I really wanted to talk about today was the same topic Laura talked about, is the customer service and these companies. They're not doing the right thing, and it's really disappointing considering that you're spending a lot of money on their products, on their merchandise. So yes, so if you guys are in the market for looking for new diamond painting companies that you have not purchased from before, I just ask you, I mean, you make up your own decision. You're grown people. You're going to order from whoever you want to order from. If you've ordered from the companies that I told you about, Rose Profit and Diamond Painting Fanatics, and you have never had a problem, then, you know, do you continue ordering from them. You do what you want. But I'm just giving you a warning and letting you know my story and what I went through. So just in case you never have ordered from them, maybe you want to just steer clear and just avoid the headache altogether. I don't want you going through what I'm going through currently. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for returning, if you're returning, and I'll catch you in the next one, you guys. Bye.